Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent who's gone first. And I have a pretty unbalanced rack. And I'll be looking to get rid of three consonants, or perhaps four. I have pixel. Now I'd like to get rid of an R as well. I wonder about keeping the X to score with next turn, or do I play Prex? This gives back easy scores to opponent. Xterp. That's 15. I might hang on to the X actually. Okay, what have I got? Relaxing, but Gill is no good. Perhaps opponent will provide an E or an N floating out in the open. Now is that he doesn't, and makes it harder to bingo. I was hoping maybe something through the R, but unlikely. I have Ixia, not a good rack leave, but a decent score. I have Axile, but not worth burning the blank for 59 points. Well, it is tempting. 59 points, wow. That's 27. Now I think I will burn the blank. That's practically a bingo score. Yeah, exile. Not a good pickup. Q and O don't go well together unless you've got Korma on the rack. Opponent probably going to play through this. Oh, he doesn't. That's great. So I'll dump the Q and get on with it. Stodgers. Is that a thing? Stodgers. Yeah, that's fine. I draw a preponderance of vowels here. Actually, no, it's pretty balanced. It's just the duplicates that make it a little undesirable. But there are a few vowels here. I have the OUS ending and the OSE ending. I have un here for 25. Not a terrible move considering the starting point of the rack. Cone 16. Xenon 24. OUS, not a terrible leave, provided I don't pick up another one of those U's. But I am leaning towards un for 25. Unor. No, that's not a word. Opponent taking some time with this move. Looking at ways of playing through the C-O-C-O words. What about noun? No, that's terrible. Agi. Okay, that's interesting. My unspot remains available. And I think I'll go with this for 25. Okay. Very close to bingo territory here. Is there a 7? Not that I can see. Roseola, but not Rosiona. Okay. What about just... I was thinking of ooh here, but it just gives easy score to opponent, so that's not worth doing. Does open... well, there's already a lane there. What would the other options look like? 11. Opponent plays wiry. There are 4 N's to come, so maybe getting rid of one of the N's wouldn't be a bad move. What about ochre? That's 16. I still have the S hook, but it does restrict the type of bingos that can be played in row 12. I don't know if that makes strategic sense if I'm trying to develop the rack towards a bingo. Raccoon. That can't be best, surely. 22. ES leave. Now, I think what I will do here is... wow, what to do? think I'm gonna go all out for the bingo here. Doesn't pay off, unfortunately. Suzerain through an I. Opponent does not provide an I. Suzerain, I think, yeah. Now, does the B assist? Unbraises? No. The U really scuppered the plans here. Maybe just zebra. Wait a minute, do I have... Oh, it's razures. I thought I had a bingo here. It's not razune, it's razures. But is there something here? No, I'm not seeing it. Now, is there a 5-letter play ending in an I with a Z there, like Darcy? Not that I can see. Still looks very bingo-y. I hope I'm not missing one. Azurines, or... No, I'm going with zebra. And I do have the S hook, so 34. I had a feeling this would happen. The rack deteriorates to absolute dross, and opponent bingos, a double whammy. I'm almost do I change or don't I? 11 points has slightly better than changing. No point playing something like Sun, because the rack leave is just awful. I'll keep the S for next turn. That's slightly better, a lot better actually. But the F and the B don't go well together. My L plays here, and the A here, IL. Phi L no good. Ni-L. Bi-L. Bi-Ally is good with an I, but not Bi-Al. Sile, I think, is good. Is it worth burning the... wait, Zol is good. So Phil... Oh, what to do here? I don't think there's a bingo through the E, so maybe just Phil for 32. I could play the S as well, but it's the last S in the bag. Phi-Al. No, that's not good. still. Terrible pickup. VUCB. Awful. Now Nur takes a K in front. Whoever gets that is going to have a distinct advantage. Approximately 30-point play or more. Zebras and Sav. 35. Vaughn's, if I had an E, I think is good. What to do? Lent, okay. I better get a move on, my time is ticking. I'm going with Sav. Yep. Bunch. I've got FEH, that's quite nice. AH. That's a good score. Opponent's played O's there. He's getting closer to bingo territory. Maybe I should take this out. I think I'm just going for score. 32. I draw the K. I'll keep the K. Maybe I'll play Lank, but there's no KU play here. What about Bank? Takes out useful lanes, and I don't think Bank with a C is good, or is it? Bank. Might be. No, it doesn't look familiar. Bork is good, but definitely getting rid of one of the N's I think is worth doing as well. Bank is fine with a C, and then Con, I guess. Ulicon I think is good. Just looking at double N plays, but no point, because that would create an opening, so I'll go with Con, unless there's a Dulcon or Duncon. Yeah, I'll go with this Con for 30. Now, does opponent have a bingo? Well, it would have to be from LA. That would be impressive. Suppose he could still play through the N, ending in NE or ND. That would be impressive as well. Okay, let me focus on my own rack. So Okay, Agio, Banco. Can I extend Banco? Can't see a way of doing that. Down to a minute, so don't want to go over time. I have the un prefix, undealt, needs an A for that one. What about through the A? Okay, I think I'll just go with done for 19. I've got telt or tell here would score more. And also elt here. Okay, so pretty low scoring game, this one. Opponent just looking, I think, through this N. Not the N. Where can he play? Am mine. No, that's not going to work. Nothing for going. Maybe AMIE. AMIE. AMIA is good. AMIA. I think AMIE might also be good. Okay, so Allah takes a T, so I'll go with let. And that's the end of the game. 411 to 348. Let's see what we missed. And the starting, wow, images for opponent. He went with GI, now triple X for 24. Getting the X doubled, that's nice. Triple X, I went with Pert. Agi for 23, that's a nice leave. And then no E or N for relaxing. So axing, of course, getting an extra few points by using the blank as an N. Making axing, that would have been better, yeah. Marginally. Quims for 25 looks okay from this position. Mew for 24, slightly better act leave. And then Chi for 21 was best. Now, Retiari through an A or an R. Opponent didn't have that. Eritic for 16, E blank. He went with Iwi. Now, Stodgers was the only bingo, that E being a godsend. And then a few bingos here. Bitchery for opponent. Tray bits. Those were the two on offer. He went with Yi. Now, Un for 25 was best. I took a while with this move. I just didn't know what to do. And Wiry for 22 seems fine for opponent. Now, U for 11 with AENRS, best rack leave, but there was, I thought about coup and I thought about ochre. Ochre restricted use of row 12 for bingos. It meant that I would have had to start the bingo here kind of thing, or a double S bingo. But yeah, I thought put the O's well out the way, and then, so I still like my play. Butch for 36, Chubb for 32, similar ideas, balancing the rack. Now Azurn for 36, no bingos here. I went with Zebra for, it was 34 with NUS, which I thought isn't a terrible rack leave, but maybe Azurn better 10N. Azurn does take an S, so URN. Yeah, much of a muchness, I think. Fleeted comes down for 84, nice bingo, and then my rack just deteriorates into a horror show. Knurl or Nur, I think they're both fine. Maybe Knurl would have been better. Yes, Knurl, keeping one of the R's, since the bag was R-less at this stage. And there were 2 L's to come, so definitely get rid of an L and keep an R. So that would have been better, Knurl. Now, opponent's got LRT, tricky to spot. LRT, all those duplicates, and playable in 2 positions. Opponent went with toe. Now, Snafu. Oh, where was that? 12A. Snafu. Wow, that's a big score. Does leave an S hanging there for bingos ending in S. But for that score, my thought was to take out the danger in row 15, and Phil was best in that respect. Now opponent has a bingo here, or 2 or 3. Matt Fellon, Telemon, Lomenta. Okay, so there were a few. Telemon, Lomenta, and Matt Fellon. Sav for 35 was best from this rack, so I got that down. Now, Val heavy for opponent. He gets rid of 2 O's there. Now lunge for 30. Where was that? Down from the L here. So, yeah, that's not bad. And launch as well. Expediting the end of the game. I thought about taking out this A. I thought it was more useful to opponent, the A and the V, because it was 2 floaters with slightly more flexibility than just the L, which opponent would have had to start with the L. So that was my thinking. Oh no, at this stage I went for score, that's right. AH, which didn't really feature high up, but it was a 32-point play. Terrible rack leave, that's why. I knew there were no U's to come, and that was an even bag of vowels and consonants, so, but yeah, that rack leave was shocking. So maybe not the best of plays, the AH. Now opponent still vowel heavy, goes with ape. And now I have kneel through the two E's. Look at that. Kneel and fill for a whopping 42. That is worth leaving the danger of the floaters alone. 42 would have, yeah, I could have withstood a bingo, I think. Anyway, I went for the safe option to block the only two floaters left in the game. And then opponents still vowel heavy. Agio, kneel still available for 42. At this stage I should definitely have played it. But I went with con, which, yeah, I don't think, I mean, a bingo is still possible in row 2. But not easy. It must be a very specific placement. And then opponents got laved and done for 19 unled. No outplays though. And Ami for 15 he did have at this stage from B9. Here getting the M tripled, or playing Ami there on the right. So, and then, fillet. 15A. Yeah, just extending LET, that's nice. Anyway, I went out with let for 9. And that was the end of the game. So, yeah, pretty low scoring game, some tricky racks for both of us. Hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.